Yoga is your life. What happens on our yoga mat parallels what happens off of our yoga mat. We encounter our struggles as well as our triumphs. We work out complicated problems, whether they are physical challenges or challenges related to our limitations and fears. We often experience a wide range of emotions during our yoga practice, just as we do in our daily lives. Each yoga practice session has a beginning, a middle, an end, much like the rise and fall of our day. Throughout each session and throughout each day, our experience can be delightful or tough, easy or difficult, frustrating or satisfying. When we take the lessons we learn on our mats into our everyday lives, our lives become richer. We develop greater insight into the way we live our lives. Yoga is your life. Let's dive in. Coming into our practice, and we're just gonna go ahead and get right on in to some movements, starting a little bit more gentle. Wrists stacked under shoulders, knees under hips. We're gonna tuck those toes and come into our flat back position, pressing out through the wrists, pulling that belly button into the spine, staying engaged as we dive into some cat-cows. Inhaling here, chest lifts, we arch the spine. And exhale, press up through the shoulders, round it out, chin tucking into chest. Inhale here, chest lifts, arch the spine, tailbone reaching high, feeling that expansion through our rib cage. And exhale, press out through the shoulders, round out through the spine. Last time here. Inhale, chest lifts, we arch. And exhale, press out through the shoulders, round out through the spine. Coming to a flat back, neutral spine, keep the toes tucked. We're gonna take a step out with the hands, just lengthening out through our tabletop as we sink the hips back down to the heels. The palms might even slide back slightly with you. Forehead can melt down. Inhaling here. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. Staying here for 5 cycles of breath and really letting yourself arrive in your body, within the 4 corners of your mat, and within your practice. Let these breaths really lengthen. Let them feel good. Let them be deep. And really let this breath nourish you, support you, fuel you for the movement ahead. And we are going to be moving energy through pretty quickly today. So last cycle of breath here to ground. Inhaling. Exhale, let it go. As we inhale, we're going to snake that spine over to our high plank. And as we exhale, we're going to lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, we're going to slide up onto the forearms. Exhale, straighten out through the arms for our Sphinx. Untuck those toes at this movement. Inhale, we lower forearms. Exhale, we lower forehead. Inhale, we press up through tabletop, pressing back to our narrowed stance, child's pose, toes tucked, knees are hip distance apart. We're going to go 3 more times for this flow. So inhale, snaking that spine over to your high plank. Lower, bend the elbows, lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale, we're going to slide up to forearms. Exhale, straighten out through arms, untuck the toes for a high cobra. Inhale, we lower all the way down to the forehead, chest drops, palms stack underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes once again. Inhale, we press it back to our narrowed child. Inhale, we round that spine over to your High plank on the knees, kind of tabletop position. As we exhale, we lower all the way down. Inhale, we swoop up to the forearms, and exhale, we straighten out. Inhale, we cascade forehead chest drops, palms stack underneath the shoulders, retuck the toes, ground down through the knees, pulling belly button to the spine. Inhale, we press all the way back to our narrowed child. Last time here, inhale, snake that spine, we round all the way out, lowering all the way down to the belly. Inhale, we stack our forearms on the mat. Exhale, straighten out through the arms, grounding down through the palms to do so, untucking those toes. And then exhale, we cascade forehead, chest drop to the mat, palms stacking underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes once again as we press back to that child. Inhale, round the spine over to that tabletop movement, and exhale, arch it back, sinking the hips back down to the heels, taking a little spinal movement here. Inhale, we round out, and exhale, we arch back. Last time here, inhale, round the spine over to that tabletop variation. This time, keep those toes tucked. We're gonna press high for our first downward facing dog of practice. Take a moment to meet the shape. Send a breath through the body. Inhale here. And exhale, starting to pedal out the feet. Maybe shaking the head, yes, no. Maybe taking some movement of the hips side to side. Really giving yourself and your body what it needs in this first inversion of practice. Let's breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Getting a little extra spicy in that similar flow we just did on the knees. So as we inhale, we're gonna snake that spine over to high plank, and exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, that lower push-up position as the elbows thread into the rib cage, coming to a hover. Press it high, high plank. Press it back, downward facing dog. We're gonna do 4 more just like so. Inhale, snake that spine over high plank. Exhale, lower to that hover. Inhale, press it through high plank. And exhale, downward facing. Inhale, snake that spine, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press it high. Exhale, press it back. 2 more. Inhale, snake that spine over high plank. Exhale, hover it out. Inhale, press it high. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Last time here, inhale, snake that spine over high plank. Exhale to your hover. Inhale, press it high. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog, coming back into some pedals. Hello core, hello upper body. We are definitely starting to build some heat here. Let's take a nice big breath, and we're gonna run through some sun cell B's. Inhale here through the nose. Exhale, let that breath ground you out the mouth. Shifting the gaze towards the front of the mat, bending through the knee, step, jump, or hop. Float up to those fingertips. As we inhale, we lengthen halfway. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Heel toeing those feet together if they aren't already. And as we inhale, we bend the knees, hips hinge back, arms sweep back, airplane arms. And exhale, arms sweep forward, arriving in your chair pose. We breathe in and we breathe out. As we take our next inhale, we're gonna come up onto the toes, lift the heels. And exhale, we drop. 4 more. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we drop. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we drop. Inhale, we lift. Hands through heart center. And we're gonna stay up on the toes as we arrive. Ooh, catch that balance all the way up through standing. Inhale here. Exhale, we drop those heels. Inhale, arms rise all the way up through standing. Exhale, we catch the right wrist with the left hand, reaching up and out of the waist, and reach it over to the left side, creating that length down the right side body. Inhaling, And exhale back through center, swap it out, catching the left wrist with the right hand. We reach up and out of the waist. And exhale, reaching it over to the right side. Keeping the tailbone tucked. Keeping the lower abs engaged, almost like you have a string attached to the belly button, all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale, arriving back through center. Exhale, hands through heart center. We hinge it forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, place the palms down, step or hop back to your high plank. As we take an extra cycle of breath here, inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, we lower to a hover. Exhale, we press straight back up, high plank. Inhale, hover. Exhale, pull through upward facing dog, switching up the breath a little bit as we are usually in an inhale in our up dog. So connecting to body and letting it be a little funky. Tucking the toes, press it back. Downward facing dog. That is our modified sun cell B that we're gonna work through a couple more times. Inhale, shift the gaze towards the front of the mat. Exhale, bend, step, hop, jump, float, handstand all the way up to your fingertips. Heel toe those feet together. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Inhale, hinge, hips hinge back. Exhale, arms reach forward, chair, we arrive. Take a breath. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, we come up into the toes. Exhale, we drop. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we drop. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we drop. Last time here, inhale, we lift. This time we stay up on the toes, hands come through heart center. We arrive all the way up through standing, staying up on the toes. Extra breath here, inhale. Exhale, we drop back down. Inhale, arms rise all the way up through standing. Exhale, engaging the glutes, shoulders, traction down the back body, little baby back bend as we cactus open those arms. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, place the palms down, step or hop back to that high plank. Extra cycle of breath here, we land. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we lower to a hover. Exhale, we press high, high plank. Inhale, hover. Exhale, swoop it up through center, upward facing dog. Tuck those toes, fly it back. Downward facing dog. We breathe in. We breathe out. Last sun cell A, we shift, or sun cell B rather, we shift the gaze towards the front of the mat. Inhale, exhale, step, jump, or hop up to those fingertips. Heel toe those feet together. Inhale, we lengthen halfway, create space. Tailbone reaches back. And exhale, let it go, forward fold. Inhale, bending the knees, arms sweep back, airplane arms. Hips hinge back. Exhale, arms sweep forward, chair. Biceps by the ears, palms facing each other. Inhale, we come up into the toes. Exhale, we drop. Inhale, up onto the toes. Exhale, we drop. Inhale, up onto the toes. Exhale, we drop. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop those heels. Last time here, inhale, we lift. Exhale, hands through heart center. We rise all the way up through standing, staying up on the toes. Extra cycle of breath here, we land. Inhale. Exhale, we drop those heels back down. Inhale, we rise all the way up. Exhale, grabbing right wrist with left hand, little micro bend through the left knee. We're gonna take a big step out to the left side, landing on the knife edge of the right foot. As we reach up and over to that left side, creating even more space through the right side body. Inhale here. As we come back through center, we exhale, we ground down through the left fingertips. We reach the right fingertips towards the front of the mat, stacking right hip on top of left, flexing through the right foot. We are in our extended half moon. We breathe in. We breathe out. We're gonna take 3 crunches here, or just staying here for 3 breaths. If you're with me, we inhale, bringing a right elbow to a right knee. They may touch, they may not. Exhale, we re-extend. Inhale, we crunch in. Exhale, we extend. Inhale, we crunch in. Exhale, we extend, coming all the way back through center, stepping that right foot right back next to the left. We land in a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we rise all the way up through standing. Exhale, hands through heart center, opposite side, same thing. Inhale, we rise, palms facing each other, fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. As we exhale, we catch the left wrist with the right hand, taking that micro bend through that right knee, grounding down through all four corners of that right foot. We take that step out to the right side, landing on the knife edge of the left foot. And we are reaching up and over, up and out of the waist, towards the right side. Inhale here. Exhale. Staying firmly grounded through that right foot, we drop the right fingertips down. We kick back through the left leg. Whew, catch that balance, grab blocks if needed. Reaching the left fingertips towards the front of the mat, right hip, or left hip rather, stacks on top of right, flexing through the left toes. Extended half moon. We either stay here for 3 breaths or we take some crunches. Either way, we inhale. Exhale, we crunch in. I clearly have no balance today. Inhale, we extend. Exhale, we crunch in. Last time here, inhale, we extend. Exhale, we crunch in. Inhale, we extend. Exhale, we drop it down to our forward fold. Left foot comes back to meet the right. Dropping front body all the way down. Both fingertips drop to the mat. Beautiful job. Inhale here, lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward fold. We step or hop back to that high plank. Extra cycle of breath here. We breathe in. We breathe out. Inhale, lower to a hover. Exhale, press it back, high plank. Inhale, hover. Exhale, swoop through upward facing dog. Tuck those toes, press it back. Downward facing dog. And we dive into flow series, right side. Inhale, we sweep the right leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open up through the hip. Take a few hip circles for me. Rolling out the hip joint. A few moving one way. And a few moving back the other way. Re-extending that right leg, square the hips, point the toe. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, we crunch in. Inhale, kick it back, extension. Exhale, knee to nose, we crunch in. Inhale, kick it back, extend, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to nose, we crunch in. Little funkiness. We kick the right heel towards the right glute, bending through the left knee. Little bent down dog, funky 3-leg down dog, kind of bent knee fusion here. Exhale, knee to nose, we crunch in, we straighten out through left leg. Inhale, we bend the left knee to a hover. We kick the right heel towards the right glute, pointing through the right toe. The chest pulling back towards the left thigh. We re-straighten the left leg, pull the knee into nose. Last time here, kick the right heel towards the right glute, bending through that left knee to a hover, hips pulling back towards, ask the heel, chest pulling back down towards the left thigh. Inhale. Exhale, re-straighten the left leg, right knee pulls into chest, and we step that right foot all the way through. Whew, we are reaching those fingertips towards the front of the mat, crescent lunge. Upper body parallel to front thigh. Front knee stacks over front ankle. Inhale here. As we exhale, we're gonna drop the fingertips down. We're gonna pull the right leg to a straight leg. So triangle pose. We can always ground down through the right heel and lift those right toes as a little bit more of an advanced option here. We're still in the ball of the left foot. The left heel can pull down towards the mat. It may reach, it may not. 2 more flows here. We rebend the right knee. We reach the fingertips towards the front of the mat, crescent lunge. Exhale, drop the fingertips, right leg straightens. The heel or the toes may or may not lift from the mat. Inhale, crescent, rebend right knee. Exhale, fingertips drop, we re-straighten. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, we are powering up and through to our half moon on the right side. The left toes are flexing. Left heel, oh my goodness, can't speak words, I am sweating. I promised a high spice and we got a high spice. Left hip stacking on top of right hip, reaching those left fingertips towards the ceiling. Inhale here, bending through that right knee, slow and controlled. We step back, we open. Warrior 2. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill the arms, frame the foot, step it back, high plank. And we are holding for an extra cycle of breath here. Inhale. And we exhale. Inhale, lower to a hover. Exhale, press high, high plank. Inhale, lower to a hover. Exhale, swoop it up, upward facing dog. Tuck those toes, fly it back. Downward facing dog. 2 cycles of breath here in your down dog. And we move to our final and left side flow series for today. We take an inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Inhaling. Nice big exhale to prep for left side. Inhale, we sweep the left leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open up through the hip. We take a few hip circles here, moving one way and back the other way. We re-extend that left leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, we crunch in. Inhale, re-extend, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to nose, we crunch in. Inhale, kick it back, we extend. Exhale, knee to nose, we crunch in, that funky fusion. Inhale, we kick back, bend the right knee, pull the left heel towards the left glute to this little funky bend. Just pulling back towards the right thigh. Inhale, we kick that right leg back to an extension, left knee to nose. Exhale, we kick back. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, we kick back. Last time here, re-straighten right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, we kick back, right heel to glute, bend through right knee. Inhale, re-extend, left knee to nose. Exhale, we step it through. Inhale, reaching those fingertips towards the front of the mat, crescent lunge. Exhale, we land in this pose. That triangle fusion. Inhale. Exhale, fingertips drop. We straighten out through left leg. The right heel pulling down towards the mat. If it reaches, wonderful. If it doesn't, totally fine. Option to pull back through the left heel and pull those toes back towards you for even more of an advancement here. Inhale, rebend the left knee, fingertips reach towards the front of your mat, crescent. 2 more here. Exhale, triangle fusion. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, that triangle fusion. You can always grab blocks. Last time. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, that pull back to that triangle fusion, leading the chest towards the left thigh. Inhale, we rebend left knee, crescent lunge, powering up and through that left foot. We are coming into our half moon on this left side, reaching those right fingertips towards the ceiling, flexing through the right foot. Our right hip is stacked on top of left. We breathe in and we breathe out. Inhale here, nice, slow, and controlled. We are taking that little micro bend through the left knee, landing all the way back to a warrior 2. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, we windmill the arms up and over, frame the left foot, step it back, high plank. We take an extra cycle of breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, we lower to a hover. Exhale, we press high. Inhale, we lower to that hover. Exhale, swoop it up, upward facing. Tuck those toes, fly it back. Downward facing dog. Last breath here, inhale. And exhale. We are gonna drop it down to those knees. We are gonna cross over the ankles. We're gonna sit back into a seated position, maybe even scooching forward on your mat a bit to land. And we're gonna wind things down pretty quickly here for the sake of a shorter practice. Dropping all the way down to the back body. Windshield wipering the knees side to side. Lengthening out through the lower back. Unlocking all those muscles connected to the external rotation of the hip, of the glute space. Dropping those arms out into a T, we hug those knees into the chest with the strength of our core. And as we exhale, we're gonna drop those knees over to the left, shift the gaze over to the right. Inhaling here. Exhale. 3 big cycles of breath here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Honoring your own breath timing here. Last breath in. Last breath out. Coming back through center, drop those knees over to right, head shifts over to left. We breathe in. We breathe out. Last big cycle of breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Coming back through center, we hug the forehead to knee, chin to chest. Quickly landing in our Shavasana. Legs extend out long, arms by the sides, flutter the eyes closed. And we are going to get really grounded, get really heavy on our mat, and find some presence with our breath. And really just letting our bodies relish in this moment of energy flowing through the body, of that heat being built up, and how this gives us this incredible, glorious sense of ease, of clarity, of presence in our minds and in our bodies. We're gonna take 5 structured cycles of breath, and then we're gonna land in stillness. As we inhale, we're expanding through the belly, the rib cage, all the way up to the collarbones. Exhale, release collarbones, rib cage, and belly. Inhale, expand belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, release collarbones, ribs, belly. 3 more on your own timing. Landing in stillness. Honoring yourself for being here, for showing up for your practice, and honoring what brought you to your practice today and what type of experience you were looking to cultivate. encourage you to stay here. If you have a few more minutes to spend, or as much time as you have, give yourself as much of this delicious Shavasana as you have the capacity for. And this is where I am going to leave you today. So I honor you so much for being here, for moving, for sweating, for breathing and practicing this beautiful practice with me today. I'm looking forward to seeing you so soon, sending you so much love. Namaste, my friends.